Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Punta Cana Wellness video blog. Today, I am honored, excited, and such a full of joy because I am sharing this morning with an amazing woman from the Dominican Republic as well.
Thank you so much.
Her journey is just as inspiring as her house. I wish I can give you a 360 tour because the smell here, I wish you guys can have it. I mean, the peace and harmony and the relaxation that I feel in here, I wish you guys can see it just the way that I'm sitting because I really want to just lay down. This is gonna be a great conversation and I hope you guys all enjoy it. So let's jump in. Jahy, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me be into your magic realm where all the magic of Jahy starts in.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity really to have this conversation, to bring this awareness and the knowledge that people need, that are craving, that humanity is craving right now, about the wellness and about all this new. It's relatively new, but we're bringing the old back.
Yeah,
in reality.
Exactly.
Going back to basics.
So let's jump into those basics. So who's Jahy Pimentel? How Jahy Pimentel got involved into this wellness? What is your wellness journey? It looks like how, why, when? Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, my actual name is Jahy Piment, but everybody knows me by Jahy, which is a little easier for people, and that's like my business name right now. It's just more shorter and easier for people.
Yeah.
So it's
I know, I get it.
And so yeah, I you cannot deviate so much from your destiny sometimes, even though you tried. It will always bring you back to what you need to be doing. And I believe in Dharma. I believe in all this stuff. I'm very spiritual. And back when I was 14 years old, if you want the whole story in quickly condensed form, my grandmother was complaining that I was in high school and she was complaining that she had this pain. She feels like she needs to urinate, but she goes and it's like a few drops. She still has the sensation. And so I was studying anatomy, and I was very focused. I liked it, and I said I cannot be a doctor because I cannot see blood. So I like to heal you, but I also have that in me, like a healer. Yeah. I'm a healer and I'm innate. I want to heal you. I want to get you better. I don't want you to suffer. I don't like suffering. Suffering is optional for me. And, and so I got my book and I said, well, according to, this is me, 14 years old. According to your symptoms, you have something stopping your urethra from releasing the urine from the bladder.
I mean, I know that kids nowadays, they can internet everything.
But
in my time and yours, we used to have like big encyclopedias.
This is 1991.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
We didn't have Google.
No.
So all I had was my anatomy book. And I came and told her, well, listen, go to the doctor because it looks like something's stopping the urine flow to go through the urethra from the bladder. So your bladder is full, but she feels sensation. She's bursting. She goes in a few drops, and the pain and the sensation remains. She goes to the doctor. Sure enough, she has a big rock, a stone.
Oh goodness!
She has a stone built from calcium and salts and all that stuff, blocking exactly how I said it, the urethra. So the bladder is full. She was right. But it's releasing a little bit with the pressure and going back in. Releasing a little bit and going back in. So she would only have a few drops. She has to be operated. And it's the whole thing. And she was like, my granddaughter told me this. Like, this is a granddaughter in medicine school. She was like, she's 14 years old. So in a nutshell, this is how it started. But of course, I deviated. I came to the United States. I have a bachelor's degree in hospitality management, hotel, restaurant, and then another one in tourism. Okay. Sustainable tourism, which is basically geography. I know my points.
Basically
geography. I know my points, my capital, and all that stuff. So yes, I went away from that. I love cooking. One of my passions is cooking. My father told me how to cook at 13. Yes, now my mom, my dad.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's weird. So I have this passion for cooking and all the stuff. And then life takes you to so many places. Then fast forward to 4 years ago, I have my middle son. Out of the three that I have, a daughter and two boys. He had a liver scare.
Wow.
So all of a sudden, I am not in the field that I was supposed to be in, but then God has planned, the universe, source, however you want to call it. And so he had a liver skin. He was severely asthmatic since he was 3 months up to until the age of 8.
Wow.
Then after that, he was playing sports, so he was really relatively skinny and all that stuff. But then he stopped at 10. And I had the other baby, and it was complicated. So whatever, he started gaining weight, problems with triglycerides. His body was creating it, and cholesterol and all the stuff just out of anything he would eat.
Wow.
I'm Dominican. I just cook normal,
Yeah,
Dominican food.
We love our rice and beans and maduros and carne guisada. And yeah.
Just the regular, not out of line completely, but just regular.
Just what it is.
What I was taught, And so I go for a regular physical, and then they called me back, and it was very scary. They said stop the statins that they had given him for 2 years prior, when he was 10 up to the age of 12.
Wow.
Statins, I didn't know, but I should have seen the red flag when the pharmacist tells me, how old is the patient? And I said, oh, I know he's 10 years old. And, I should have looked at that as a red flag. This is not supposed to be prescribed to a 10-year-old.
Okay.
But it was a medical professional who I trusted.
Yeah.
It's a person in a white gown, who am I? I'm just a mother, and I don't have a medical degree, so I'm trusting my kid to a professional. So when the guy tells me that, he was surprised, the pharmacist. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I know, but a doctor, hey, it's not me. A doctor.
Of course, like the doctor, you see that signature there? That's the doctor.
Exactly. So, he released the medication. He was not sitting well with my son. He will throw up. He said, Mom, I feel sick. Every time he would take the pill, it was half of the pill.
Wow.
And it would still cause all these side effects. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but you have to take it because sometimes the doctor needs to check you again. I don't want the triglycerides and all the stuff to be out of whack.
Yeah.
So I would give it to him, but in and out. Like some days, maybe 2-3 times a week, whenever he had probably like chicken parmesan in a restaurant or something. Like, listen, today you need the pill, We don't want it.
Yeah, we don't want an issue.
Right.
Okay.
So I would give it to him like on days that he would be out of line with his eating. Other than that, I was scared because he would wake up at 4 in the morning and throw up and really sick. So 2 years went by. He goes for his physical. His birthday is actually now the 24th of August. And so at the end of August, he goes for his physical before school starts.
Yeah.
So we are on vacation celebrating his birthday actually, and then they call me, stop the statins. It's like, doctor, what's going on? I know you're not in the city, but when you do get back, please see me. I'm like, you're scaring me right now. What is going on? His liver's compromised. His blood work is not good.
Oh, goodness.
This is really bad.
No, I said, Mom, I'm just getting chills.
Just stop the statins. And I'm like, okay. So I tell my husband, and I'm worried, and kind of screw the whole weekend. We come back to the city, and we more testings, and I have to take a gallon of his urine, collected through the whole day. It was, doctors and doctors and doctors. Fast forward to October, when I really got the GI, pediatric GI appointment, and they said, listen, we're going to put him on a list. I said, what are you talking about? What list?
What?
Like, this is like escalating rapidly. And I said, well, this is serious, and, this needs to be addressed. We're going to put him on a treatment. I said, what are you talking about? Treatment? More pharmaceuticals? No. Like something woke up in me at that moment, and I know my angels were with me or something, but I refused treatment. I had no bloody idea how I was gonna heal this kid. So far, his liver was so far damaged that I had no idea, no knowledge, and I also had no trust in the system at that point. So as a concerned mother, I said, you tell me what it is, because I do want a diagnosis, I want to know everything, but I'll handle it from here on. I had no idea. I had no backup plan. My mind was not thinking. I am scared. I am fearful of what is going on. How did my son get here? He's only 12 years old. And I was petrified. But she said, oh, you have to sign this paperwork because you're refusing the treatment, and how you're going to, I said, don't worry about it. I'll handle it. I was like, me and my husband, my husband is like very hands-on, we'll figure it out. And I went home, I was shaking, I was crying, yes, it was very scary. And I said, you know what? Something just lit up in me, and I said, I'm gonna start with his nutrition. I came home and I threw out all the cereal boxes. I threw out whatever dairy we had, and I told my husband, I had changed already 3 years prior to almond milk.
Mm-hmm.
But he was still, for his coffee, using cow's milk. Of course, Ryan was going to use that milk if he saw it.
Of course.
So I said, you need to help me. You need to get rid of this. No dairy in the house. And we just started researching. I became a guru in about a month. And I just threw out everything. I started reading. And so he took 3 weeks off from work. He works for Columbia University. And he he just said, I need some time off. He took vacation. He took this course and he became a family herbalist. Just learning about herbs and mixing herbs and doing everything. So I was giving my son, from that day on that we started researching and finding out, milk diesel. In the day, 2 ounces, 1 dropper, and at nighttime, turmeric, which is curcuma.
Yeah.
And with a pinch of black pepper in almond milk, in warm almond milk. It needs 2 ingredients to be activated. It's the pinch of black pepper and something hot, whether it's hot water or hot milk.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I was doing that consistently. I threw away every dairy, every cereal box, everything that was like out of line, nothing fried, no junk food. I mean, we weren't eating junk food per se, but
But change from healthy to healthy.
I went drastic. I went ballistic. My husband was like, "You're doing too much." I was like, "Listen, you were not there when your doctor looked in your eyes and said this is serious."
Yeah.
So, something had to be done, and so I did all the changes. I started doing the turmeric for him every night. Every day I would give him the milk diesel, and all the appointments kept coming on. Check for this, check for that, check for this. So 3 months he had a sonogram, and we were just going on with our life with the changes. He dropped 20 pounds.
Wow.
In about a month and a half. He never gained it back. And he had a parent conference in school, coming in the fall. And the teacher tells me, "Oh my God, he's always been brilliant, but very distracted."
Yeah.
And he said, "Ryan is focused. He sits here. I see him very focused on his business." And when did you start noticing these changes? For the last 3-4 weeks. Coincidentally, when I changed his nutrition,
wow,
that's when all the changes started happening. He was focused, he was concentrated, and of course, come to read that cereal boxes are HDHD in a box.
Yeah.
Those kids are all over the place when you send them to school with this breakfast.
Yep.
And so I am educating people now. I'm educating mothers. Like, please, no sugar. You're supposed to break the breakfast with fruits.
Yeah.
Regular fructose and the natural sugar from the fruit, not a box. So anyway, we went for the sonogram in 3 months, and I see the lady looking, and I'm like, I'm a guru now, I've been reading all this stuff. I can almost put a white coat on, and and I'm a little nosy, and she's like, I'm like, listen, I know you know your business, and you work here, and I'm sure you know your job.
Of course, you're the expert.
I don't want to insult anybody, but I'm like, the liver is on the right side, and she's over here in the left side. Wow. She says, she laughs, hopefully, thankfully, and she says, "Oh, I understand, but it's that I don't find anything." And she says, "I'm looking everywhere, and I'm on the left side now because I don't find anything." I was like, "What do you mean?" And she says, "I have all these instructions here, what to look for, and he has a completely restored liver." And it was amazing because I did not use one single pharmaceutical.
Wow.
And the appointment was in 3 months. So I tell the story and I tell people 3 months, but who knows? Maybe I did it in 2 months and a month and a half.
Yeah, because you didn't check in between.
Right.
You didn't check like 15 days, 20 days, 30 days to know exactly the changes that he was experimenting.
I saw his behavior change. His teachers noticed it.
Nice.
He dropped 20 pounds. He was a totally different kid. He's always been bright. He's left-handed. Him and my husband in the house, the two left-handed. So he was always very smart.
Yeah.
But he was very distracted, and I did not know his nutrition had a lot to do with it. He was eating cereals every day, you know, like
kids.
boys.
I know.
Yeah,
Boys
he turn
and
around,
kids.
he's hungry again.
Yeah,
And cereal.
and like instead of grabbing an apple or grabbing a banana, they go for the Pop Tart or they go for the cookies.
Even though you always see there's always fruits in there and everything. Not because I'm a nutritionist now, but kids, they don't go by that.
I got you.
And so you could imagine, I was so happy, and my husband's like, "Oh my God, he paid off, and all this thing we have to continue." And and then he tells me, he looks at me and he says, "You know what? You need to go back to school, and you need to learn, have the credentials, because even though you did it for our son, people are not going to believe it, believe you. Who are you? Why are you telling me not to eat this and to eat this? You need the credentials." You know how people are.
Yeah, but there's you need that diploma.
Right.
And we all understand why.
Right.
So from your experience with your kid and bringing him into a healthier, happier state is when you guys as a couple decide, okay, so you know what? We can keep helping people. So that's the way that your business grows?
Yes, exactly. That's how I didn't know it was business at the beginning. It was like just to know better, to know more in-depth knowledge, from the experts. Went back to school. I'm gonna get a degree, diploma or whatever, and I'm gonna know my things. I'm gonna have the credentials, so that people know that what I'm talking about, it's science-based, I have proof.
Yeah.
So I learned this. I'm not just a crazy mom. So
I know.
My husband said, "Listen, I'll pay for it." I wasn't working, doing much at home, and it was like, "Okay, let's do this." I was like, "Okay, I'm down," and I'm social. I like to. He doesn't have social media. I do, and so you can use your platforms. Open up your Instagram. Don't have it private, and just throw that knowledge out there. Educate people. People need to know how to heal themselves. Herbs do more than pharmaceuticals with less side effects or no side effects.
We all say thank you for that initiative and that support from your husband. We all say thank you because we're all taking advantage of this. And let me ask you this: how challenging it has been? How is that? You stopped working to take care of your kid. Then you guys decided, you know what? Let's make this a business. Let's help people. Let's put the hour out there. How challenging it has been? How rewarding, challenging? How do you feel about so far?
It has been all of the above, because I have a 23-year-old that you might say, well, she's an adult, but she went to college, she come back home, she still needs me. And I have a 7-year-old. Then I have the child in question who's turning 16 at the end of the month. So it's different stages, different ages.
Yeah.
And my husband. and then the house, and then everything. And the house doesn't get cleaned by itself.
Yeah, exactly.
So the whole thing, it was challenging at first. Just going back to school and reading all these tons of books and doing all this paperwork. You have to submit and stuff. So the day I graduated, I posted on my social media. I was like, "Oh my God, a 7-hour test.
Yeah.
I'm done. I passed. Whatever." I was so ecstatic and happy. You would not believe the influx of people. "I need help. I'm willing to pay. Tell me how much to charge." It was immediate.
Wow.
People. My cousin. She goes to a church. She belongs to a church, and she said, "You need to come and give a speech. And people need to know about this information." And of course, I was always sharing on social media, on Facebook. I share in Spanish. On Instagram, I try to mostly in English for the followers. And so I started spreading message every day. I have something new to say. Apples are for this. Do that. Don't do this. Don't consume this. And like that. And I open up myself. Of course, a lot of people's like, "Oh, that's BS," blah, blah, blah.
I know.
You're always going to have the naysayers.
Yeah,
you're always going to have the critics. I just read it and that's it. And I just don't engage. Because you have to receive the information for those that are at the same vibrational level and consciousness level as you. And if the information is do you receive it and you welcome it and it changes your life, I am honored. I am rewarded. I'm paid for that in that sense.
Yeah.
And my dharma is being fulfilled. Now, if it doesn't resonate with you, that's it. Keep consuming your dairy and your meat and all your stuff, and have a healthy life.
Yeah.
When you hit a wall, I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm here. Yeah, you can go that way, and I'm gonna be here.
And people have seen it. Sometimes I post, testimonials, and people say, "Oh my God, Jahy's program helped me." I lost weight and I help people lose weight and I help people reverse diseases. And I said, I do not eat like I used to eat anymore. And it's not like I'm pushing myself, like it's like, oh, I have to eat this. It's like I want to eat like this because I teach people how to eat.
That's good that you're mentioning this, because I was gonna just ask you, if possible, if you can, give us one of those experiences that you have with clients that are like, there can be challenging, but at the same time so rewarding, because it gives you like an anchor to say, okay, this is good. I made a difference. Yes. Can you share with us one of those? Yes, you don't have to mention any names or anything, but just
in general, it's very rewarding. It's been more people that are receptive and have come around from the program. I have a 2-week detox program, basically. So I introduce people. It's personalized.
Okay.
So it's according to your age, your needs, your sex, your symptoms. People come here like they have exhausted every resource. The doctor told me this. Something is waking up in them, like it did to me at that time with my son. This pills, they're not making me better. A friend of mine told me about you, and let's try this out. Day 5 of the detox, usually, I don't know why day 5, but day 5 is 2 weeks program, and they're usually, oh my God, the pain is gone. Oh my God, I don't have the symptom anymore. And oh my God, I dropped this many pounds. And whether the goal is to lose weight or not, they are going to lose weight because it's a vegan detox. And people are amazed that just by taking away a few things, and the number one complaint is probably the most challenging for people. What? You're going to take my coffee away? Don't do this. I said, I'm sorry. No caffeine for 2 weeks. No alcohol. No meat. No dairy. And so I said, no this, no this, no this, no this. What am I going to eat, Jahy? And I'm like, believe me, you're not going to go hungry because I'm going to give you plenty of plant-based foods. Rice and beans are allowed, not the regular rice, but quinoa, rice. And lots of fruits. So I remineralize the body. I reintroduce all the vitamins and minerals that are usually the culprit of the diseases and the ailments and the symptoms that you're feeling, and you have no clue.
Yeah.
People have thyroid diseases. It's usually a selenium and iodine deficiency, and people don't know about it.
Yeah.
And so I remineralize the body according to, I have a set of questions that I ask every person that's willing to do the program. And so according to those questions, I pinpoint the issues. You need more fiber, you need more this, more that, you're constipated, right. So it's a set of questions, and then at the end, because I'm also a chakra certified healer.
Okay.
So that has given me an advantage. And like I tell people, not in a cocky way, but I'm not your average nutritionist. Why? Because I'm going to ask you questions that are going to feel uncomfortable, maybe for some people. And they have told me, what does that have to do with nutrition? it's not formulated. I said, well, perhaps for you. But for me, it makes all the sense because I got certified 12 years ago. I had no clue I was going to get into this business. I was going to incorporate all this knowledge, and now it's a fusion.
Yeah.
Because now I'm a nutritionist. I know about herbs and I know about foods and plants and all this stuff, but I also know about the chakras. And when you have a deficiency in one area of your body, that tells me that chakra is not vibrating at the normal frequency. So now I can say, sorry, Belle, eat more orange foods.
Wow.
That's going to open up your chakra and heal your organs.
Wow.
So
interesting.
I have a vantage point, and that's why the program is so successful, because I use every tool in my arsenal. I do not withhold. People say, Jahy, if you heal everybody, the doctors, they don't want to get you well, but they don't want to kill you either. They want to keep you in between. No offense to the doctors, but that's the name. They
want to keep you in between.
That's the name of the game.
Yeah, it's true.
A customer curious, a customer lost.
Yeah.
So they tell me, you tell everybody everything and how to eat and how to heal themselves, and they're gone. They do the program. I said, listen, I sell food. Because now then, after I started with the nutritional stuff, then I give people plans, eat this, do this. Jahy, you don't have time.
It's true.
I have kids. I wake up at this time and I run to work.
Especially here.
If you make it, I'll pay you.
Especially here in New York, we don't have time. We hardly have time to cook, like to do a dinner, to do one full dinner cook one day.
You know?
Everything else is like there's leftovers in the refrigerator. Everybody can have from what it is in there. Yeah.
The easiest way.
Yeah.
So then when I'm like so excited to give these people my knowledge, and I learned all these things, and I'm like, oh my God, I can change people's lives and I can heal them. That's just what I was supposed to be doing from 14 years old.
Yeah.
But I deviated. And you know, all of a sudden people are telling me, how much would you sell the food for? Then one day, thanks to Instagram, I'm eating one of my delicious oats. You know, I love the overnight oats, and I prepare them at night, and I do them, and I have different recipes, and I add nuts and fruits and stuff. And so I'm eating it. I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. I take a picture, I put it on Instagram. Everybody started telling me how much. This is my breakfast. I am enjoying.
You're
I
like,
have a business.
you're like,
I'm gonna treasure it so I know what to put in there. But no, listen, I don't have time. I would like to taste it. I'm sure it's very good, and you cook good because you know people, family, friends, and family, they know. And I don't do grocery shopping. He's my husband. I'm gonna have to ask for ingredients and how much, and, you know. So I'm like, seriously, people are willing to pay, you know. So I had no business plan, no idea, no goals, serious, honest to God. And I told my husband, listen, people want to pay me for my oats. And I was like, oh my God, get more recipes. So I have now 20 flavors of oats. I have 15 or 16 salads, vegan, vegetarian, meat, everything, you know, for every variation. I have 5 desserts, chia puddings. And it's like, for those people that have a sweet tooth, they're like, but what do you do for desserts? I was like, oh, okay, let me go back to work my I don't need desserts. Because I use honey on my tea, and that's like my, you know, it satisfies my cravings.
Yeah.
But desserts, you don't need that. And I said, okay, well, so some people do need that little thing after dinner or whatever.
I'll be on
so
that.
I'll make it healthier. And so I have a chia pudding, and, you know, with honey, you know, stuff, and most of the oats, about 18 of them are sweetened with organic maple. It's, you know, it's
so you definitely, with what I'm hearing from you,
now I have 2 businesses.
you have 2 businesses, but both of them are interrelated. And at the same time, it's a very personalized business.
It is.
There's like a formula for each of one of your patients.
Yes.
I'm not hearing anything like rinse and repeat and copy and paste. It's basically, I'm sitting here, you're gonna scan me from head to toe, internally, externally, and spiritually, and
you know what you don't tell me. I know. That's the brujita.
Oh my God! Oh my goodness! I'm dealing with another witch. Great, we're on the same page. I love that because
totally perfect.
You know, it's important. And I keep, as a marketing professional, and I'm just getting into this, my idea of wellness have always been to taking care of myself. And I taking care of, and I live with a pharmacist that he's been my partner for almost 13 years this year. And his major prescription to everyone is drink water. We make the joke that he's the only pharmacist that doesn't want to sell drugs.
Oh, he's amazing. He's a light worker.
So through living with him, I have learned, you know, to be in this wellness journey. And when the idea of Punta Cana Wellness came by, I said, like, I've been doing yoga. I do detox myself for 40 days. So I'm like you telling people it's only 2 weeks, and in my mind I'm like, so if they stay 40 days without alcohol, caffeine, or sugar, they die. Because I'll do it like every year just to have a detox thing.
Oh no, the 2 weeks is because of that. Yeah. That 2 weeks, it takes me 2 weeks to retrain your habits and to repopulate your gut flora.
I totally understand
but I don't pretend to reverse, you know, a lifestyle.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
I know. It doesn't.
And doing stuff and harming and injuring your body in just 2 weeks. But it's a detox. It's a cleanse. It's a push. People will start to feel better.
Of course.
I'll give you the guidance. There. After that, people pay me. You know, okay, week 3. Okay, we start reintroducing little by little the things that I consider that you need in your body, or that it's okay for you to eat from time to time. Yeah. So we'll start slowly reintroducing. Some people have stayed with me. I have a client that has been with me for 1.5 years.
Wow. Let me ask you this, Jahy. I mean, it sounds rewarding. It sounds like you really love to do this. What if a genie comes now and tells you, what would you do if I take this away from you? Would you do something different? If you were not doing this, what you will be doing?
It's like I said, I have already discovered that this is one of my passions.
Nice.
And I'm combining it with my passion of cooking, which I always loved. People
Nice.
come here and I said, you can sit here and I'll be inside the kitchen. And they said, girl, but sit down. I said, no, I'm usually on the go.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning and doing things and cooking and, 3 kids,
I know.
And one kid comes, I'm hungry, and the other one is not here, and then the other one, I'm hungry again.
Yeah.
So I'm usually in the kitchen. And I have that from my father. We both like to cook, and he taught me and all of the stuff. My mom will do it just for responsibility, but it's just not really her forte. But now that I discovered that this is my passion, I have to stay with this.
Okay.
So I'll be some kind of involved with this. I mean, if the genie takes it away, it will be for a reason, because I'm very spiritual.
Yeah.
So it must be something involved, but I will still keep awakening people and telling people, do this, eat this, be healthy.
Yeah.
Because why? I think a lot of people suffer from ignorance.
Yeah.
They don't know what they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you tell them, for example, hey, in the summertime people have more drinking because, it's barbecues and beach and this and that. But with higher consumption of alcohol, you also have higher chances of burning, of sunburn. Because you go to the beach and you tan and you do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, people didn't know the correlation between a higher alcohol content in the blood and a higher propensity to sunburn. Do aloe, drink more water, stay hydrated, use coconut oil, a lot of stuff. So people, I have a Facebook page for the business, and people tell me, oh my God, I didn't know this. And oh my God, so a lot of feedback, and that is rewarding. I don't know if I'll be doing something else. Aside from traveling, it's another passion. I love traveling, probably, with a lot of whatever, I don't know. I'll see clients from an airplane on FaceTime. I was like, oh, hey, yeah, I eat this, eat that, but hey, I'm on vacation.
Yeah, that's great.
Aside from that, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the genie, just to hear this explanation, this motivation, because it's not even, you're not even justifying what you're doing. You're actually giving the love and passion that deserves, that I can feel.
That's what I do every day.
Yeah, I can feel it sitting next to you, your enthusiasm, the love for it, and I'm sure that everybody's gonna feel this. So Jahy is taking care of a lot of people.
Yes.
And you're taking care of your house and your kids and your husband and everyone else. So I'm curious what Jahy does to take care of herself. Because in all this, to love others, we have to love ourselves.
You cannot give from an empty cup.
Exactly. So what do you do? What is it that you do? Tell us a little bit.
I am a walking testimony of what I tell my clients to do when I tell them to drink celery juice and they put the ugly face and listen. I take 16 ounces of celery juice on an empty stomach every day, or at least 5 out of the 5-6 days a week. Because there's one day that I cannot be juicing and cleaning it. I don't like to leave a mess in the house, and I have to just run out. Those are the days. Okay. But most of the times of the days of the week, I juice my celery first thing in the morning after probably lemon water. So I do take care of my body. I do live by this protocol that I try to tell people. Most people, like I said, it's personalized, but most people will benefit from the essentials of lemon water. It's highly detoxing. It gets rid of toxins. It makes you lose weight. It makes your bowels move. So you go to the bathroom and empty that, and that's like about 10-20 pounds of junk that you have in there. It cleanses your colon, it reverses diseases, and then the celery juice. So I'll do that, and I wait 20 minutes, and of course I am the number one lover. That's how it all started, of my oats, and then I eat a jar of oats, and I do it the name of the business is Jars of Goodness. By Jahy, because I sell them in a glass jar.
Nice.
It would be counterproductive and not coherent with my message if I'll sell you something in plastic. That's not what I'm about. It's all about preservation. It's all about health and healing, and the PCB and other stuff. I cannot just offer you a plastic container. So it's glass jars. They remain fresh. All the ingredients can stay there up to a week. I have clients that they come every week and they get all their salads and all their oats for breakfast, and they see me once a week. Bye, see you next week. And they get 14 jars, and they get 10 jars, 11 jars, and that's it. I don't have to see them until next week. They just take one, put it in the purse, it's convenient, they go to work, And in the train, in the car, whatever. They just eat their stuff.
Sounds very convenient, practical, and in essence. So you embody all that you recommend: the relaxation, the breathings, the techniques, like taking time.
When like, I'm in the fourth floor, like I tell people, it's a joke, en el cuarto piso. And I'm 43 years old, and like I tell people, when you get to a certain age, you have to not only deal with the kids and the business or a job if you have, and the husband if you have, the household and the chores. You also have to deal with your hormones.
Oh,
so that's another component.
Yes.
And when it gets really crazy and hectic, you do need to take care of yourself. Because you want to be ready and available for everything that comes your way. So how does Jahy take care of herself? I use my magic powders. I cannot live without my magic powders. My husband, when he sees me a little crazy, where are the pollitos? Where are your powders? I'm like, oh my God, yes, I have to take them. So I usually have like a smoothie, and I put my maca and ashwagandha, which is adrenal support and for stress management and hormonal balances and all that stuff. So I get
nice.
And then of course at night, my bubble bath and my essential oils. I am huge on essential oils.
Nice.
I live by them. And it's not for everybody. A lot of people get
rashes and
allergies and stuff.
Yeah, the same thing.
But as soon as you use a carrier oil, at least coconut oil, Epsom salt, baking soda, soak yourself at least once a week in a hot tub with Epsom salt, baking soda, coconut oil. Essential oils is optional. It will be relaxing. Just light a candle, have a glass of wine, forget about the world. I do my New Year beads. I do everything. I'm very esoteric.
Nice. Yeah, it's important, and it's I don't necessarily. You are actually one of the first persons that I ask about this, because, like you said, you cannot give from an empty cup, and you are giving a lot. I mean, the rewards, yes, they're coming. It's a business. We all understand that, but at the same time, you're getting the gratification of a human life that you're actually putting a light. You're making it happier and healthier in a wellness journey that brings us away from the pharmacy and brings us more into the kitchen.
Yes.
Where exactly everything begins, because it's where it begins.
Being conscious of every choice when you're in the supermarket. Would you go for this? Would you go for that? Yes, it takes a few extra minutes than having it in a can. But have it done, have family time, and then, enjoy it. Sometimes my little one comes and I'm like, oh, what is this? I said, it's peanut butter and jelly, but let's put some chia on top.
Yeah.
And that's omega, and that's calcium, and that's all the benefits. And he loves it.
Yeah.
You just have to train it. And I said, I know you put some green stuff on my smoothie. I said, yes, I sure did. He knows that. He sees the little bits and pieces, but I put spinach, I put kale, his movies, and bananas and berries and all the stuff, and he goes, I know you put some green stuff in there. I was like, yes, I sure did. But he drinks it, And it's a matter of offering it to him. If it tastes good, I have a deal with my kids, with the two boys especially, because my daughter's like kind of easier. But the two boys like, oh, if it tastes nasty, I'm not drinking it. I said, okay. So if it tastes good, you are drinking it. Okay, deal. So I make it to a point that it tastes good.
Nice.
But then he has the little powder,
Yeah, it has the magical sprinkles.
And then he has all the stuff. And I put turmeric and everything. Now that I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
And so, hey, they eat it.
Yeah, I know. It's the magical sprinkles.
It's the little changes. Like Ethan, the little one, he would eat everything with coconut oil. He gets his candida out of whack sometimes. Coconut oil. Papi, you need coconut oil. I was like, okay.
Wow.
And he's sneezing, you need a tea. Okay. And I have this red raspberry tea for a 7-year-old.
For a 7-year-old.
He loves it. I put cloves in it. I put star anise, which is antibacterial, antimicrobial, as soon as he sneezes. And I get this, you need your tea? Oh, okay. I sprinkle a little lemon. That's it. He's gone. Oregano oil on the bottom of his feet. I'm giving all this.
But we are like, I'm taking notes. I am taking notes. I mean, my kids are
Tylenol, please.
My kids are older, but I mean, my kids, they're older.
Yeah.
They're older. But I mean, for my granddaughter, I mean, she's a 4-year-old. Like I call it the star of my life, because she's the love of my life right now. And I'm taking notes. I'm like, okay, so this and this and that. So Jahy, thank you so much for this
Thank
opportunity. Thank you so much for this time. And to all of you, thank you for being with us. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you next week. Check our
Thank
bio.
you.
Check Jahy on Instagram. I will put the link on the blog. I put the link to her website. So if you're in New York and you want to find someone that can guide you in your journey for eating well, for really dealing from head to toe, inside and out, and be well, this is the woman. I'm telling you, this is she. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Have
so
a good
much.
one. Bye bye.
Stay healthy.